Yo guys, how's it going? Robert Warshack here, and we got into the Marvel Snap closed beta. This is the newest card game, obviously based on Marvel superheroes. It's been super cool so far, and there's a lot on the screen, but I'm going to go through it. We're going to play a couple matches. I'm going to explain how the cards work, how the powers work, how you win the game, what snapping does, and all that good stuff. But the best way to learn is to get right into it. So we're going to get into game number 1 here. So, and just a heads up, this is my main channel where I mainly post obviously Hearthstone videos and not Marvel Snap videos. But I do have a second YouTube channel, which I will be posting basically everything that isn't Hearthstone. So Marvel Snap, Arclight Rumble, and all that good stuff. And if you just go to the bottom of the page or you look in any of my YouTube descriptions, you'll have a link to the second YouTube channel, which is called Warshack Plays. And that is right here. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check that out. This game uses a mana system. So on turn 1, you have 1 mana. On turn 2, you have 2 mana. On turn 3, you have 3 mana, and so on. So on turn 1 now, we have basically 3 options to play because we have 3 1 mana minions in our hand. You know the mana cost of the minion because it's the blue circle on the left and the orange circle in the top right is its power level. As you can see, the board state, there's 3 different locations. Each location is basically a win condition. You want to get 2 of the 3 locations on your side to be higher power level than your opponent. So the first location is a negative zone, which cards here have a -3 power. I don't want to put my card there because that's bad. With my card only having 2 power, I'd actually put -1, meaning that I would just lose power for being on that zone. So I went to the middle one, which I didn't know what it was yet. So each turn, the locations reveal themselves. So by turn 3, you'll know what all the locations do, and then you'll play your minions accordingly to try to get the most power level across them, right? So -3 power on the left. The middle one is you can't play cards here after turn 4, and then we don't know what the right one does just yet. So what we want to do is probably play, we could go with 2 2-drops here. So we're going to play our 2-drop, and this 2-drop actually just summons another one of himself as his ability. So cards obviously will have abilities. This one's an on reveal effect, which is add a sinister clone to this location with the same power. So with that, he's going to summon a little copy of himself. And it's pretty good. It's like a 2 mana 4/4 in power, or 2 mana 4 power, which is solid, right? So the effects that basically this game has, you have like on reveal effects, which is this guy, which is like a battle cry or like an enter the area effect. And then you'll also have like ongoing effects, which just happen, period. If you have 3 other cards here, +3 power. So if we want to add +3 power, we put that card here, and then because there's 3 other units, this ongoing effect will trigger. Also from there, what do we want to do here? We have 3 mana. We want to play a 3-drop, and we can still play Ant-Man on turn 4 in the middle, right? Ooh, this is kind of hard. Yeah, because on the right, at the end of turn 4, destroy all cards to the player losing there. So that's kind of like a really big issue, and I'm going to want to play other stuff other places. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up just playing Ironheart here. And yeah, I wanted to put Ant-Man on obviously the place with 3 other minions so he could get his effect. But if I put the Ironheart on the right-hand side, it's going to die because obviously on turn 4, I want to do other things. Yeah, this was a complete disaster. Maybe I should have put her on Hala and then just followed up with the Ant-Man the following turn here. Yeah, this is going to be a risky business here. So I actually have to just put everything on the right-hand side because if I put this on the left, I might just lose. So I just have to hope my opponent doesn't put anything on the right-hand side and pushes middle because they're just going to lose middle if they don't play anything. So they did. Holy moly. Oh no! But he played a card that buffed the card on the right, which killed all of my dudes. Oh my god, because it buffed them and then we lost the zone. This was a disaster. This was a catastrophe. Okay. We could just go with the negative zone because there's no cards there yet. I mean, I'm not going to fight for a place that I'm just going to lose. And putting all my 1-drops on that other location didn't really work for me anyway. So I guess, yeah, this guy's going to, since there's units already on the right, he's just rebuilding that. You know what I mean? Making sure he gets that. But for us, we're going to play that unit on the left and we're going to try to take that. So there's 6 turns in this game. So they're pretty quick. We're talking like 2 to 3 minute games as we can tell here. So right now I'm losing on the right-hand side by a lot because of the misplay I made earlier. In the middle, we're winning. And then on the left, there's nobody there. So what I'm going to do is play my 6 mana card on the very left because obviously I don't want to play it on the right. And also, when you play minions on like a zone, you can only have 4 minions per zone. Like right now, the max pretty much I can do is 13 in the middle unless I have some card effect that's going to move people, which they do exist. What you just saw me do there is snap, is I'm basically double downing the fact that I think I'm going to win. And when you do that, basically how you get points in this game is you get, like, instead of ranks, you get cubes. And if you win a game and no snaps were played, you'll get 1 cube. But if you snap and you win, you get 4 cubes. But if your opponent also snaps, if both people snap, we're talking an 8 cube game, which think of cubes as ranks, kind of like points for ranks. So if you lose the game and you snapped and they snapped, you lose 8 of your cubes, which will like make you D rank. But if you get the win, you actually get 8 cubes instead of just the normal 1 cube or 4 cubes if you both players snap. So there's a lot of high stakes in such a short game if people are snapping. So we were able to pull off a win there. At the end of the game, you'll see your stuff increasing. So basically, how do you get cards? What is upgrading and all that stuff, right? So at the end of the game here, we can see that we get rewards, right? So we get cubes for winning, which level up basically our overall profile. So we're higher ranked, which you get rewards for. But also the cards that you played with in that game get powered up as well. So when your cards that you get powered up within the game, it doesn't like increase their stats or anything like that. You basically unlock new portraits for them, and you unlock the card level, which then unlocks more cards. So you play with cards, level up your cards. By leveling up the cards, you get more cards. Like, there's no need to spend money to get cards, because when you just play the game and win, your cards level themselves up, which gets you more stuff. Yo, what's going on? Appreciate you making it this far in the video. Glad you like the content. And if you do, remember, liking and commenting on the videos really help it out, along with subbing to the channel. If you do like the content and you want to keep enjoying it, and it allows me to keep making it for you guys, because this is my job. So with that, enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks for stopping by. So I know that was a lot the first game, so we'll do another one. And again, if you have any questions in the comments below, we'll go ahead and answer all those. I'll do my best to. All right, so first game, Quicksilver. His effect is he actually always starts in the opening hand. So he's 1 mana, 2 power, and he's always here. That's one of the effects of Quicksilver. The deck I'm playing is a more like very low curve, play a lot of stuff, buff your little guy kind of deck. Very simple, very straightforward. So the first zone that revealed itself is Mojo World. Whoever has more cards here gets plus 100 power. So let's go ahead and put our Hawkeye there. This guy on reveal, so battle cry effect, or on when you play him, if you play a card here next turn, plus 2 power. I fully intend on playing a card there next turn. So we're gonna go ahead and play that guy. So he played Nightcrawler. All right, so this is interesting. So we can either play 2 1-mana cards or play a 2-mana card. So this 2-mana card actually splits itself, like we did before, into the same like unit again. So it fills up this area, and we obviously want to try to put 4 units in that particular area, because we want to make sure we get that Mojo World effect. All right, the middle also revealed itself. 6 cards cost 1 less. So we do have a 6 card cost in the deck that will cost 1 less. And then cards here have -2 power. Okay, so we have all 3 zones that we can see, and now we can start trying to figure out who and what we want to play. So Mr. Fantastic is a 3 mana, 2 power card. That ongoing effect, adjacent locations have plus 2 power. So you want to put that guy in the middle, right? So he's going to basically bump both the right side and the left side and give them plus 2 power. So he's basically a 3 mana plus 6 power. So Blue Marvel, I almost called him Mr. Fantastic. He costs 5 now because of this zone. So we're gonna definitely play that guy on 5. So for turn 4, let's go ahead and play Ironheart here. She'll start buffing stuff. And then we can play Nightcrawler here as well. And Nightcrawler's effect is quite interesting. You can move this unit once. So normally once you put a unit on the board, you can't move it unless it's like the same turn, right? So you can like bring it back to your hand. If I play it over here and I don't like it there, you know, it's still all the same turn. I haven't ended my turn yet. So when I end my turn, next turn, I'll actually be able to move Nightcrawler again. So he's like kind of a frisky little unit that you can really sneak out wins with. See, my opponent just moved their Nightcrawler from the left to the right. Okay. So this, my opponent just snapped. So they're doubling down. They think they're going to win this. So we obviously have the left side is definitely ours. So we got to worry about this right side. So what's going to happen here is I think I'm going to play the Marvel on the right side here, because it has to go against this guy. And this guy is a 4 mana 8 power, seems OP, but he's +5 power if he's the only card here. So because he's the only card there, he's getting that huge power spike. I don't think I'm gonna bet that he's going to. Yeah, I'm not going to bet that my opponent is going to beat me or not, or I'm gonna beat them, but I probably will depending on how this next turn goes. So I'm going to be able to play every single card in my hand here, which is going to buff the strong guy, which ongoing if your hand is empty +6 power. So I'm going to double down him again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to strong guy, Wolverine, and quick over here. So theoretically, this is an 8 cube match. I'm basically betting he's going to put another guy in the middle and maybe one guy to the right. He put one guy in the middle and one guy to the left. So I might have put the strong guy in the wrong location, but I kind of needed him there. We're still fine on the left because my opponent didn't play 2 units. He only played 2 units there. And it just, whoever has more cards here gets the 100 power. So because I have one more unit, I'm always going to win the left-hand side. The middle we lost, but that's okay. Because we won the left, we won the right, we won the 2 out of the 3 locations. So we were able to sneak a win there. So interesting. If you have, let's for example say we tied on the left hand side, right? Let's say the Mojo World was both even 0-0, and then he wins Titan and I win the guy on the location on the right. It then goes, if you both win one, tie one, whoever has the most power spread across all of the locations, that's how it decides who wins. So let's go ahead and play one more. Again, this is the end of the game. This was +8 cubes. So this is already going to take me from 28 to 29. So we're moving through the progression quite quickly here. And now, again, we're getting some rewards for playing Wolfsbane in the deck. We got like 5, whatever these things that go into the card to make them power up. So once I get 20 out of 20, I'll be able to upgrade this card. And when you upgrade a card, you get the collection level. When you get a collection level, you unlock more cards. And then to upgrade, you need these things called credits, which are the blue things. And you also need the points for obviously playing with the card. And you get credits again for just playing the game. Everything that you need to get stuff done is in the game. Also, there's missions, and then missions are just like play 3 cost cards. You get 50 credits and you get 25 experience or whatever their unit of measurement is for your account. So we'll go ahead and play one more here. Hopefully this is a good explanation of what's happening here, because there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of things happening. All right. Ooh, so we got Savage Land. Add 2 raptors on each side of this. So it basically puts 1/1s out. My deck likes things putting out 1/1s. So we'll actually go ahead. Do we really want to put Quicksilver on the left there? Yes, because then we can put Wolfbane there, and then Wolfbane actually has an on-reveal +2 power for each other card you have here. So we're actually going to get quite the buff by Wolfsbane if we go ahead and put her there. So Wolfbane works really well with a lot of cards on the board, similar to Ant-Man. When a card moves here, give it +2 power. So not when a card is played there, when it moves there. So I don't know what this last one is. And I don't really want to put Hawkeye there, because there's zones that say you can only put 1 minion here, and if you already put a minion before it flips over, that's the only minion you can put there. And then obviously I don't want to put a 3 power minion when my opponent can just put a 4 power minion. That's all I can do, right? So this looks like it's another Mojo World. So there's a lot of these that I haven't seen before. We're getting some repeats this time around, but most of the time there's quite a few zones that every game, after I've played probably 70 games, and I'm still seeing new zones when I play these games. There's one called Murder World where you can't play any minions there. Okay, so my opponent played Ant-Man on the right, Sentinel in the middle. So Sentinel's effect's actually kind of interesting. On reveal, again, Battle Crier, when you play him, you add the Sentinel to your hand. So you can just keep playing Sentinels if you don't really have a lot to do. So this is a little awkward for us here. We're winning on that left-hand side. We're not winning in the middle. And then on the right, there's not a lot happening. I wish I had 5 mana so I could play a 4 mana and a 1 mana card, but because we have 4 mana and we have 2 4 mana cards in my hand and 2 1 mana cards in my hand, it makes the most sense to play probably the 4 mana card on the right. Here he has 6 power in the middle and only 1 power on the right hand side with 1 minion. So I'm going to go where it's weakest right now. And I'm playing this guy. Oh, my opponent just snapped. Okay, so my opponent is very confident in his ability to kill me here. And he just put a 7 power minion in play over there. Okay, so what we can do here is there's one more turn left in this game. So we can do like, can put Hawkeye to buff the next minion we play in that area. We can play a 4-drop here. Or we can play a 3-drop and a 1-drop. I'm kind of interested in playing Ironheart and Ant-Man on the right-hand side next turn, so we're going to play this guy in the middle. And there's a good chance we could draw like a 1-drop, and then our strong guy can get buffed. Wow, he Grooted right where I was going to put, so his Groot actually got buffed there. This is actually very scary. All right, so we have 6 mana and 7 mana's worth of stuff in our hand, so our strong guy is not going to get buffed this game. All right, so we definitely need to put... This is going to put the most power on the board. As much as I like Ant-Man, well, if we do this, we're not going to get the middle, but I don't think we're getting the middle no matter what. So I think this is... Actually, I don't even think I need Mr. Fantastic. Why can I not pull him off? All right, so we can do this and then this. Yeah, Ant-Man's just more stats for that. Because like Mr. Fantastic is going to buff the middle, but I don't need Mr. Fantastic to buff the middle. And I'm actually going to snap him back. I'm feeling pretty calm. This is an 8-cube game again. Oh, goodness gracious. So we're going to lose the middle, but I'm fairly confident we're going to win the right-hand side here. Unless he pulls some crazy... Yeah, that is not... Wait. That, all right, on reveal, destroy a random enemy 1-cost card at this location. I didn't even know that existed. So he's instantly going to win the right side now because he has more units than me. Holy crap. I didn't even know that card was in the game. And if we would have put Mr. Fantastic down, we would have actually tied for the middle and we would have won that game. Yeah, so Mr. Fantastic would have buffed this and gave us 12. And then we just had... Actually, we still would have lost the right-hand side, though. Yeah, I didn't even know she's she's really good. I haven't unlocked her yet, so this is obviously somebody who's higher like level than me who's unlocked this card because I don't have this card. So that was really unfortunate. So we got surprised by a card we haven't seen before, but overall we won the left-hand side. The middle was very close. I wish we would have maybe tried to push that middle a little bit more, but like when we tried to go there with the Namor, like Groot took us out, so it was close. And here we go. So here's an example of upgrading a card. So because we just finished that game, we played Ant-Man, we can go ahead and spend 200 credits and 20 of his like card points to upgrade him. So now he's going to have new art. And then when you upgrade, because we upgraded Epic, we got quite a bit of like boosts on our collection level. So now we get a mystery card, which is the card that just beat us. So this explains why the person beat me, is this is the card that we just unlocked now. And then we get 5 boosters, which is basically like more card points for this card, Khazar. So that's pretty much the breakdown of like how this game goes. And as you progress, again, you just play the game. Every basically couple levels, you get a card and you get credits or cards and boosters or whatnot. Yeah, that's the general concept of how we're playing, what the cards do, their power levels, the effects, and what to expect. Again, the zones, we obviously didn't cover them all, but yeah, there's a lot of different zones, a lot of different effects, and each zone obviously changes the way the game is played like immensely, right? So with that, hopefully you learned how to play, enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below, where I'll answer as many of you guys as I can. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Robert Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell that is.